So up a bit more.
Hi everybody. I'll just put this up so that you can see it. We've got a very interesting subject today for our 3 days to go video for our wonderful event, which is coming up in London. And it's all about the luxury of meeting in person, which is the wonderful opportunity that our event is going to give people. And we can hold up some leaflets to show you where to come to. Society controlled or free, it's up to us. You can book on Eventbrite, check it out. Because we've spent so much time on Zoom, haven't we, over the last 4 years? Well, certainly all of us on this call have spent a lot of time on Zoom, and it's wonderful that we're going to be meeting in person. Over to you, Katrina.
One of the things that I've been noticing in my local area is the planning applications coming through for solar panel farms. I don't know if anybody else has seen that in their areas. This is like huge banks of solar panels taking over land that could be farmland. And I've heard about a really extensive solar panel area in Leicestershire, which is going to be the size of Heathrow Airport. I mean, I know that we're all getting masses of information coming into us, but is there something else about those farms, I wonder? You know, and the data bank centres. Huge swathes of the area near us are being turned over to data banks. These anonymous great sheds of banks of computers, because, you know, like many people, I just think the information is there, but it has to exist somewhere in a computer.
Thank you. Nicholas.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Katrina, because one of our speakers on the 11th of April in the Emmanuel Center is the attorney, the American attorney, Scott McCollough. And he mentions the fact that they've been building these huge data centers all the way back to George Bush Sr., that they've been planning this idea of capturing data over decades. And of course, what the new control mechanism that they want to implement, where they control human beings, requires, what it needs is a massive amount of data. And so it is logical that you should come across these data centers being built and to supplement what is already there. And of course, we don't really want that surveillance, or most human beings are not interested in surveying the rest of humanity. They've got enough problems trying to get on with their own lives. But certain people in a certain forum want to control humanity, and they require these data centers in order to do that. And I think once the public are aware that they are building these data centers in order to spy on and control human beings, then that awareness might cause those data centers to be taken down, not in a violent way, but just as a natural event in our society, when society democratically says these should be dismantled, and that might be in the future once a lot of people realize what is going on.
That's so true. And, you know, we've got down in Devon here, we have got masses of these solar farms. It's incredible. You drive around and you see whole swathes of fields which are being turned over, from sheep fields to great big solar panel arrays. And it's so sad and so ugly, as with the windmills and all this other technology, as with those towers. It's like it's like, I want to say, excrement on our countryside. You know, it's quite a strong word, but that's the word that sort of comes out. And the built-in obsolescence as well. You know, apparently the farmers get paid 15 grand a year, or no, I think it's for something like 15 years. I might have got that slightly wrong. But after 15 years, I don't think they're going to get any more money. And after 15 years, isn't all this awful solar tech going to be an ugly pile of something that can't be recycled on the floor? Over to
Yeah.
you, Lisa.
Well, I mean, all three of you have made some fantastic points, and maybe I'll just slightly close with a dot connector, because first of all of these solar panels, they're certainly not environmentally friendly. They're not coinciding at all with the climate change agenda, quite the opposite. They are made of lithium and very heavy, sort of metals that are very intensive to mine and then to put into these devices. Secondly, it's no coincidence, as Nicholas says, that we are actually starting to see a massive increase in solar panel farms and indeed these data banks. And that should be triggering the intrigue in anyone listening to this video, because it's why do they need to capture all this data? And the fact they need to store it, and they're building massive storage centers, tells you that the digitalization, if you like, of humanity is happening as we speak, which is what we need to stop. And in fact, as you were both, the three of you were speaking, it made me think, going back to the video we did yesterday, the 4-day countdown, today is 3-day countdown. Yesterday we did a video, or Nicholas Martin did, on consciousness. And it's fascinating because when, as a former editor of a cancer journal, the best discussions and the best ideas I had with commissioning is not when I was reading loads of stuff for hours on the internet. It was when I was speaking to some of these experts at the cancer conferences, or speaking to the colleagues at the water cooler and the fountain, when you have that face-to-face opportunity to quickly chat to someone over a coffee or 20 minutes, grab their thoughts. Those were the best commissioning ideas. So why do we want people to come to our event? This is, society, sea or free, it's up to us, which is happening on the 11th of April. So we've all got our banners, and that is because it gives us an in-person opportunity to connect, to network with both speakers and among ourselves. And this is what they've been trying to stifle in the last 4 years, because they know that consciousness thrives in a community face-to-face environment. And this is why we wanted this event to be in person in London. So please come and join us, because you're going to help raise our consciousness just by attending this event. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. See you on the 11th of April, just next week, next Thursday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is day 3 video. In 3 days, I should say. Thank you.